Okay, just to refresh on like terms from year 7 and 8. Like terms contain the same variables raised to the same power. Only the coefficients can be different. When we talk about the variables being the same, they have to be identical. So they have to be to the same power. Okay, so let's have a look at a few examples. Like terms, we have 2x and minus 7x. The variables are exactly the same, x and x. The coefficients, the 2 and the minus 7, are the different parts. That doesn't matter. So those two are like terms. But looking at 2x and minus 7y, having a look at the variables on that one, we have x and we have y. They're different, so they're not like terms. Okay, going to minus 8x squared and 3x squared. Look at the variable. We have x squared and x squared. The coefficients again are different, but that doesn't matter. So minus 8x squared and 3x squared are like terms. Okay, looking at minus 8x squared and 3x, the variables in that one, we have x squared and x. They're different, so they're not like terms. Okay, 13xy minus 7xy. Two terms, they both have the variable xy, so they're like terms. Another one that would be like there is 5yx. Because if we have a look at x times y and y times x, we know that they equal the same thing. So 13xy minus 7xy and 5yx are all like terms. But when we have a look at 13xy and minus 7xz, the x's are the same, but this one has a y and this one has a z. So the variables aren't the same. So they're not like terms. Okay, now we need to be a bit careful when we get the ones raised to the powers. So we have 5x squared y, 3x squared y. So we have x squared y as our variables, x squared y. They are identical. So 5x squared y and 3x squared y are like terms. But let's have a look at this one. We have 5x squared y, 3xy squared. So we've got x squared y and xy squared. They're not identical. The power on the different variables. So x is to the power of 2 in one of them and y is to the power of the 2 in the other. So they're not like terms. Okay, let's look at the next one. We have x and we have 4x. Now this one here means simply 1x. We just don't write the 1 in. So the variable part is the x, variable part is the x. They're identical. So they're like terms. But looking at this one, we have x and we don't have a variable at all there. So they're separate terms. They're not like terms. The variables aren't the same. Okay, last one. We have x over 2 or 1/2 x. That is the same as writing 1/2 times x. This way is a lot simpler to write. And x. Now the coefficient of x over 2 is 1/2 and the variable is x. This one, the coefficient is 1, the variable is x. So the two variables are the same, so they're like terms. So looking at the next one, we have x over 2. Again, it's like writing 1/2 times x. So x is the variable, 1/2 is the coefficient. This one here, it's just 1/2. There's no variable at all there, so they're not like terms. Okay, hopefully you will understand the difference between the like and unlike terms. Your main points to remember: the variables have to be the same, identical, raised to the same power. Okay, so just check your working. Thank you.